I get how it happened. Essentially, Caroline got pulled first, and then just the group of five said, hey, let's vote Caroline. And then we never really talked again, other than like the couple times we tried to split into breakouts. Caroline made her pitch, and I was one who was like, okay, I feel like this is more genuine than a group of five with one person gone, so I went with that pitch. But everybody else seemed to go with the original plan, which works for me. It wasn't a tie. I didn't have to go to rocks with an idol in my pocket, so I'm good. I'm happy about it. I was really worried I was going to have to.
I was happy that I didn't go home. I was curious who the second vote for me was. Obviously, Caroline voted for me. I'm not sure who the second person was. Maybe Jaden. I don't know. Like everybody else seems very friendly and engaging, so I feel like I've been able to make good vibes with them, but I don't know about Jaden. So he's the outlier. So I'm just curious who that second vote was. Who knows who that was?
We didn't have time to react. It kind of happened, and going in, I only knew two names, and those two people with names got votes with Meredith and Caroline, and the person who I wanted to vote out, Caroline, she went home. But the question was on my mind is Meredith had two votes, so I need to find out who else voted for her, because I didn't vote for her, and I assume Caroline voted for her, but who was the other person?
I feel like Jay's kind of giving me those vibes of like, we were both the two who were there in Pong, not like being able to do anything. And I feel like we've been in a couple smaller rooms together, and we're kind of thinking on the same wavelength a lot. So right now I'd say he's probably my number one, but Steven as well. I can't say Meredith since I did write her name down last time, but I'd be down to be closer with her.
I'm gonna try to get in touch with Celestina because she's the only person I haven't gotten a good feel of, because she's very reserved and she's very, she has what I call a resting bored face. So it looks like she's always bored or uninterested. So she's always like this. With her like, she's always like that.
I have really good vibes with James. I think James, I haven't really had a one-on-one conversation with James, but I feel like James would be a good person to work with. I have initial good vibes.
I like that all of us are pretty, I don't know how close you could be after an hour and a half of knowing each other on Zoom, but I think we all are friendly with each other. There's not really a person who you there's not a Russell Hantz in the group where you're targeting them. So it's nice not to have to vote someone out, but if we lose it, I don't know what we'll do.
Dak Dak Tribe getting your first look at WOTA. Caroline voted out. Let's get to our next immunity challenge.
But before we do that, Dak Dak, you need to be filled in on some information. WOTA was told when they were at Tribal Council, any vote this season that is a tie automatically goes to rocks. So keep that in mind when you're at Tribal Council. With that being said, we are getting into our next immunity challenge. This challenge is called Rolling Blind. And here's how it works. You're going to have 3 blindfolded tribe members that are going to have to roll a total of 6 dice, 1 to 6, and order them in order 1 to 6, where you can see it flat out on the table. You're going to have one person calling, informing those blindfolded people on how to do so. Last person will complete a puzzle. First tribe to complete the puzzle wins immunity. Losing tribe, Tribal Council, where the third person will be voted out of this game. Brett and Jay sitting out for Dak Dak. Everyone else is playing for immunity. Survivors ready. Go.
All right, Meredith Logan.
Okay, let's...
Jay Logan.
Vinny, can you put it to the screen
Here,
so I can
one.
see?
Put the to the tie.
No.
For this challenge, they have to roll
Jay,
dice
that
and order
one.
them
No.
correctly.
Tom,
You have people
no.
calling,
Logan.
Steven calling for WOTA. Celestina
Jay
calling for
Logan.
Dak Dak.
Okay,
Logan.
let's roll. Bill,
Garrett, that
no.
one.
Tom, no. Vinny,
Jaden and James anxiously waiting to get on
Jay,
the
that
puzzle
five.
once their tribe completes this portion of the challenge.
Vinny,
Yeah,
can you
full
put it
million.
down a little bit more? No.
No,
Bill,
that three. Yeah,
can you-
that three. Well
no.
done.
Tom, no.
That
Vinny, can you
went
put
one,
it
Jay.
a little bit down more? No.
Garrett.
Tom, no.
No, don't move. Then keep it
Vinny,
like
can you put it
that.
a little bit more center? A little bit up, up, down.
3 million.
No.
Yeah, 3 Jay.
Bill, no.
Tom and Bill
Tom,
have made no progress in this
That
challenge.
2 Jay.
What's this
I
one,
can't see
Steven?
it.
Bill, yes.
Can you bring it closer?
You have one.
Can
Jay
you
making
bring it down?
progress by himself without Steven helping.
No.
Yep. We will try, Jay. Jay, you get it. Any chance?
Vinny, up just a little bit. No. Bill, no. Tom, no.
Different strategies going on with this challenge.
Down.
Jay, you got
Oh,
it.
yep.
Alright. Jay,
No.
you good.
I'm good.
Jay is
Awesome.
good.
Oh,
Jay,
no.
you can take off your blindfold.
Oh, fuck. I just
Tom,
messed up all my
Is this a
dice.
4?
No.
Wota has
Steven.
one person completed.
Vinny, no.
Jay.
Jay,
Bill, no.
yeah, chance.
Tom, no.
No, get
Bill,
it.
no.
We will
That's a
get
6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vinny, down. No.
Making some progress
Bill, no.
for Dak Dak.
This
I
is a
can't
4.
see
Tom,
that.
no.
Yeah,
Vinny
4 Jay.
at
Yeah,
his
that's
five.
slowly.
Down.
Yeah, slow it down.
No.
You get it. Okay, go
Bill,
on
no.
to the 5. Oh, I can't
Okay,
down.
hold
really
on.
tell.
Hold on. What's this?
I
Vinny,
can't
down.
see
What are
it.
these done?
I
Down
tried
a
the
little bit more.
brightness or something. I can't
No.
see it too
What
well.
is this?
Garrett also
I
making
think I
have
progress
it.
by himself.
I
No,
think I
that
have it.
5 Garrett. That 5 Garrett.
This is the 5? Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Steven, what's this?
My bad.
I cannot see
Vinny,
it.
no. Bill,
I
no.
That 3.
Okay, I think this is a 6. I'm gonna try
Let
to.
me see. I can't. Yeah, see it. That
Bill,
slowly.
no.
Slowly. That. Yep. You get it.
Am I
There,
good?
you're good. You can take off your blindfold. Wota down to one person
Vinny,
in
no.
this portion of the challenge.
Bill, no.
Steven,
My
can
God,
you
it's
see
so
my
great.
dice?
Yeah, Tati dies.
Okay.
Vinny, no.
What do I have?
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Vinny,
and
no.
3.
Bill, no.
So that
Tom?
one.
No.
Which one do I
Bill,
need to
what?
re-roll?
Move the 1.
Bill, no.
With the left hand.
Vinny, down.
That dies. That dies. That's a 3.
No.
That's it. That's all.
No to Vinny. 6, yes, you
Okay.
have it. You're
This
complete.
went over. Is it
Vinny
right?
is complete.
All right. Go to
Bill?
that 4.
Vinny, you can take off your blindfold.
No.
Go.
Tom, no.
1. I think we're good.
Are we good?
Meredith has it right for Wota. Wota can move on to the puzzle.
Whew.
Tom
no.
on his 3.
Oh my God. I don't know over like 4 times.
It's okay.
Tom?
It's a-
No.
You got this, Jaden.
Tom, no.
Jaden working for Wota on the puzzle.
Tom, no.
Dak Dak's still behind.
Tom, yes, you have 5. Bill, I can't see. Can you,
Great job, Colin, Steven.
Sorry,
Tom, yes, you have 6.
tell about it. There's something with the light.
Oh, you just changed it, so you don't, you had 6, but you, okay. Tom, keep going.
Tom now just has to
Bill?
put all his dice in order without flipping them over.
Bill, yeah, can you put it up a little bit more? 5, no. I believe you're looking for 6 now. Okay, so, yes, Tom, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, you have it in
Tom
order.
can take off his blindfold.
Okay,
Just working on Bill
Bill?
now for Dak Dak.
James waiting to get
No,
on
Bill.
this puzzle.
yes, you have 6. So you
Okay.
can put it in, start putting it in order.
Bill, we cannot see your table though.
Yeah. Yes, if we can see your table, that would be helpful.
And
He's muted too.
Yeah.
now just tilt the camera down. You're good. Just tilt it down.
Yeah, tilt it down.
All right, good. Pause. Put it close to the edge of the table.
Yes, put it close to the edge of your table, down. Careful.
Bill's hands are shaking.
Okay, so you have 4 right now. There's one that's not at the edge of the table, so you're gonna have to scoot your hand toward the center, but be very careful because you want to go above where the dice already are. So not those ones. You'll put those back to the where they were, down close to the center.
Vinny's face in absolute shock with what is going on right now.
James just itching to get to the
Bill-
puzzle.
Bill, can you put
Jaden's
those?
face didn't look
Bill,
much
can you
better
put those
either.
dice that you have right there
Clearly, he
close
has
to
no
your
idea
stomach?
what's going on with
So
the
close
puzzle.
to your stomach. So that's where I can see it. If you put the dice close to your stomach, be very gentle. Move
Bill's
that back
had
to
it
your stomach,
correct
please.
multiple times with the dice rolls, and then he keeps flipping them.
Did he just flip it?
I'm just
I can't-
commentating.
Oh, okay.
I'm just commentating.
So that's one right there.
We have been on a scavenger hunt for the 6 for about 25 minutes now.
Okay, I can't see that. So can you, once you're done rolling, can you please put it toward the screen so I can see it? Can you go down? Nope, that's not a 6.
Jaden looks lost and confused on the puzzle.
Okay, down.
So Dak can figure their shit out. They might have a chance.
No. Oh, wait, is that? Wait, don't touch anything. I'm just gonna count and see. 4. Oh yeah, there's 3, 4. Wait, what happened? There's 3 4s? Oh my gosh. Okay, so okay, go back to the one that you were just touching. If you can put them up, please. Sorry.
This is taking
Yes,
so long
perfect.
that Garret has fallen asleep during this challenge.
Yes. Well, okay. Can you put it down a little bit more? Yes, that's a 6.
Just
Perfect.
put it on the
Okay.
table.
Yep.
And let me just see him, Bill. Tilt your camera down.
No, down. All right,
Bill,
Bill's gonna take
moves
off his
on. James is
blindfold.
on the puzzle.
Dak finally makes it on the puzzle after 45 minutes of wasted time in my life.
Something. Almonds.
Wait, James, you have something? Okay.
What is it?
What is it?
Send the other tribe to tribal council.
Dak
Dak
wins.
wins immunity. Dak wins immunity, which means Wota back to tribal council.
Wow, that was that was brutal, but that worked out.
Coming in collide.
Holy shit!
Coming in.
Can we just all do a favor and clap for James real quick?
I'm shaking.
Saving your ass. Oh my god.
James, I'm gonna murder your camera.
I was trying not to turn on my camera. I kept like, oh, my face is. Oh my god.
That was just brutal. That was
That
so
was brutal. But
brutal.
we came. Listen, the good thing is that we came out intact. So.
I feel bad for Jaden. Like, how did?
Wait, that took him so long. It took him so long that
Like,
we
in 2 of the
feel
words
we're
were-
behind. He had such a lead. I feel bad.
And 3 of the words were tribal council and tribe.
Right,
Like,
that's the thing. I was like,
I
I
feel
was
like
sitting there, I was like,
because
this has got to be like
It's
insane, 'cause
harder. It's
taking him
harder
so
than
long.
it's harder than it sounds, to be honest. When I was
I'm sure it is. I just
I'm
like.
sure it is, but like still, like,
Oh.
Celestina, you were very good at keeping your composure.
yeah,
I
Celestina,
wanna-
I'm
yes.
good. I would have been.
I want to
would've-
give props to her because that was a hard job and she fucking did that
Yeah.
shit.
My assessment of this challenge was we are a hot mess group of people. it was a thank you for James. You are the MVP of like this, because I was struggling with camera stuff. So it was very hard. So I'm very grateful that we're still here. We don't have to vote anybody out, and we can go hopefully have the numbers moving forward.
Well, they did it with the best that they could do, I guess. I mean, I can't do much because I've been just watching, but it's so hard. It's so hard to watch, especially with the one with Bill. It's so hard to watch. I was like laughing, and at some point I started lying down because it was too painful. But I'm glad that they pulled through, and then I just had to like seal it for the tribe. I hate that I'm showing my strength. I hate it. I mean, I kind of am frustrated with myself because at one point I'm like, don't show how good you are, don't show how good you are. But when the whole tribe is kind of depending on you and they reach that point, it's all on me. You seem to have no choice. And Jaden, for one, doesn't look like he's trying. So what am I gonna do?
Hardly know what advantages are in play. I mean, there's.
Did I get this right? Was he trying to throw the white flag? At one point he said he was going to give up?
I don't know. I don't know. At some point
he looked like he was so lost, and he looked like he was getting really frustrated. I think it just got to him. Yeah, and I think as he progressively started going, we gained traction. I could see like the look on his face changing. I knew that. I was like, if we can get to the puzzle, we'd be good. Like I knew we just had to get that puzzle. James had to get the puzzle, and we'd be fine.
I mean, I originally didn't want to sit out, but I mean, they seemed to wanted to play, but it was definitely a bit annoying because Bill, I would consider in my alliance, I guess, but he's pretty poor in challenges, no offense to him. So I guess if we lost, I don't really know what would have happened because he's on my alliance, but he's really bad at challenges. So that's what I've learned. But sometimes you want to keep the bad people who are bad at challenges around.
Once I start to feel pressure and dice in my hand, then for some reason Mr. Shaky Hands comes out, which I actually don't get because I love to play craps and I usually make cash. So yeah, so that was not pretty.
Also, can we talk about the instant deadlock? Because that's interesting. So there's no revote. You just gotta.
We hope we keep our numbers and steamroll this thing.
And I don't know why we would want to have a revote. Like honestly, like
we got the majority. We do.
I don't. No, but like even at that, like, oh, it's a 4-4 tie. I'm not flipping. Like,
right, exactly. I'm not flipping.
That was so hard. I should have brought larger dice. I have like mini dice. That was terrible. I don't know how the other tribe was able to get two people without help. They just like felt the dots. It was incredible. Watching Celestina not be able to tell Bill how not to be able to knock over the dice was just maddening. That was really hard. And I didn't realize till halfway through the challenge that I was muted and I couldn't, because I was shouting like, which number is this? Am I right? Am I wrong? But we made it. We made it.
I really want to work specifically with Jay, who really wants to work with me. So therefore, I think, it's in my best interest to obviously work with them too. James is just great at challenges. And I think that James would be a great person to work with moving forward. And then I also do, Tom is very leader-esque, but again, that might have its, he might have to, fall from the ladder eventually sometime soon, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
But man, that was a tough loss.
That's rough. That was a lot of words too in the results. Yep. Send the other tribe to tribal council. Like that's a lot of characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did really well on the dice, which was good. We had the little divot hack, which I think was helpful. But then Jaden just got stuck on the puzzle, which I mean, I applaud him for taking the spot of where everyone's looking. He's taken he's on the pedestal and he's put on the spot. So I appreciate him stepping up and doing that. But I think he didn't understand like the basic premise of the challenge. And I just wish at some point, maybe 5 to 10 minutes into not understanding and not being able to get it, that he would have asked or said something like, these words, and there's no order in which these words make sense. So somebody could have said, oh no, you're looking at it the wrong way. You know, like you got to kind of change your perspective on it. Or maybe if he had asked questions beforehand, before the challenge started. But I mean, it is what it is.
Jaden completely blew it. He seems like a nice guy, but he didn't understand the rules. I wish he would have asked more questions about the rules, because he was just trying to rearrange the words, thinking to make a sentence or something like that. And we had a really strong strategy with the dice. You know, it was far superior to the other team, and we gave a huge lead. So it's just really frustrating to sit there with nothing, you know, nothing to do, drink my beer and wait, hoping that he figured it out.
But no, you guys know exactly what to do.
Oh, okay.
You guys know exactly what to do. Yeah. Wow. Well, that was interesting. But you guys did amazing on the dice. You guys did amazing with that, though.
I mean, we did good, but I give Meredith the credit for that. She came up with the plan, so that I was able to execute the plan that she came up with. But
honestly, I think I got too caught up in the words, because all the letters that I was sent, even though they were spaced out and everything, they all formed actual words. So I wasn't thinking rearrange the letters. I was thinking rearrange the words to make a sentence, which is why I kept having like so many confused faces and blank stares, because I was like, oh my gosh, like what is this? And I had a couple things that made sense, but then it would always be like 1 or 2 words off that would be the outliers, and I'd be like, oh God, what is this?
I'm more worried about the long-term game now, though, because, I mean, we're going to be down 4-7 already. Probably 1 to 2 more rounds. Like, we're not going to get majority. So I'm going to have to beg James, hey, save your boy here. Come on. Leave me for last at least. And then hopefully try to pull some idle shenanigans or something. But it's tough. It's fucking tough. Like, I feel like I've spent most of this game right now watching other people do bad in challenges. Like, the first one, great. Second one, I never got to shoot. This one, I mean, we finished in like 5 to 10 minutes and sat here another 35.
I mean, Jaden, right?
I am, to keep it, you know, family friendly, not very happy. I mean, Garret and Jay, they did fantastic. Me and Meredith, we're having some troubles, but after a while, we were good. It was just Jaden. I don't know what to say. I mean, nothing against the guy, but just, you have all this time, and that you could just say anything. Even though wrong, just say anything. That I'm not looking forward going back and bringing down to 4 members.
Or are we going with Jaden? It feels like he's kind of giving up, and he was like, you know what you need to do.
You guys know what to do. Like,
and he didn't really want to, like, it seemed like he didn't want to go into jury to begin with.
Yeah.
He was asking, like, well, do I have to stick around all day?
Yeah, he's definitely the least engaged, it feels like.
And it's a little frustrating. He didn't understand the rules.
The
I
basic
understood.
rules.
Yeah.
Like, I wish he would have asked more questions, or we would, maybe it's also on us. Like, I should have taken more time to try and make sure, like, we were focused on our own stuff, and instead of being like, you know, do you understand exactly, like, because the fuck you was 2 words, like, broken up into 2 different groups, but like the letters could go back and forth between them. So
yeah.
I think that
makes it easy. And I mean, yeah, he was the one who messed up. I feel like the rest of us did fucking great. So
yeah, the only thing we got is we're I think the 4 of us are strong going. I mean, we're hopefully we can find some fractures on the other team if we, you know, at merge time, because it's going to be tough otherwise.
Right now, my closest ally, I feel like Meredith, just because we had a little bit of one-on-one for the Caroline vote. And we kind of talked about it before last vote, that if we go to tribal, then Jaden should be the one to go home. So hopefully we two keep together and there'll be a 4-1 vote.
Wota, back at tribal council, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get an hour of my life back, because that was, I just don't have words because it was just so bad. Like, I'm still cringing, and like half of it's not even all your fault either, because I just have never seen anything like it. The communication poor. Give you guys credit for knowing remotely what you wanted to do with the dice portion. That was great, but just garbage of a challenge all around. I know you're getting the brunt of it, but I'd be telling them the same thing. Pitiful is all I have to say, but we will move on from that. I want to talk about the last vote, because not everyone voted together. So, Steven, there were a couple votes for Meredith, and all the rest went to Caroline. So what do you think went on with that tribal council?
To be honest, I had no clue. I only thought we were going Caroline, and that's the person I voted for. So maybe someone else didn't get the methods. I have no idea. I thought we were all on the same page. But going forward, we're going to have to be, as a group, one voice if we want to survive this game come Moorhead.
So Jay, were there any talks about who potentially casted that second vote in Meredith's direction?
No, not really. We're all just staying in the one room. So, we didn't necessarily come up this time. There wasn't like a huge opportunity for it. So yeah, it wasn't something we discussed.
That is something I also have an issue with. You're playing frickin' Survivor here. So you guys are all dilly-dallying in a frickin' room together instead of creating connections, figuring out who you're gonna align with moving forward, because you can't just be collected like this. You actually need to communicate with other people on your tribe, because you're not gonna be at block the entire game. I've never seen a season where 4 people make it all the way to the end and get to pitch their case. So I just don't know what is happening on your end, and it's a dumpster fire. Garret, are you someone that wants to talk to other people in different rooms and socialize, or are you good just chilling?
I mean, I'm good either way. I think the big thing is, to some degree, if we need to split up in scramble rooms, I mean, we should. And we did that a little bit last time. But I think this time, people had kind of said pretty straightforward things. And I think there's no need to scramble. I think we'll see straightforward results.
Jaden, Garret brings up the point, there's no need to scramble. Why do you think he's saying that?
I think he's saying that because the decision for who's getting voted out is a pretty unanimous one. It's kind of there's no decision really to be made, because everything went well until one person didn't do their job well. So I mean, it's kind of a unanimous decision. There's no real need to scramble if there doesn't need to be a conversation on who's going to be leaving.
So that's news to me. Who's leaving?
Say it. We decided Jaden. I mean, nothing important against him, but.
So Jaden, are you giving up?
I'm not giving up, but I do recognize that I was the weakest link in that last challenge.
All right.
Well, it seems pretty set in stone, but things can change. It's
So
time to
with that, let's vote.
I am voting Jaden.
Okay.
Before his little force throwing me under the bus he basically had given up, and he's just kind of not been engaged the whole time. So.
All right, I vote Meredith.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. Meredith. Jaden. Jaden. The third person voted out of Iririki Islands, Jaden. Thanks for playing.
Honestly, this being my first game, I had a lot of fun. I built up more connection with people than I thought I would, and it was a little more challenging than I thought going in, but it really just, I want to do it again. I may do this some other time. Not sure though. To the rest of my team members, I wish you guys the best of luck, and I couldn't have asked for a better team.
Well, thank you, Jade.